Hi Haley, it's Michelle. Sorry about the darkness, but I'm doing this at nighttime. It's 8:30, and I don't want to turn on a bunch of bright lights and mess with me and my doggy's melatonin levels. So you're gonna find this really cool to know that as a psychic intuitive, I'm guided to do different things before readings, and different conversations come up and different situations show up that always have to do with the reading at hand. So as I came in to sit down to do the reading, oh, you might want to get a pen and pencil, by the way. So put it on pause, get a pen and pencil, or pen and paper, and take some notes here. Okay, so I have a glass of drink of water here. All right, so I'm assuming you're back now, and I'm turned back on. I knew as soon as I saw Kyle's picture that he is a very special old soul. My husband as well. He actually showed me the picture hours and hours ago, and he knows to not show me pictures because I generally tend to tap into the dogs that I'm reading, and that can be really distracting. So what I fell in love with his little sweet, kind energy. So I'm here now, and for the past probably 40 minutes at least, I've been guided through Kyle to do meditation. So I was doing meditation, and then I was doing some oming. I found myself oming, and then I heard in my head that I needed to Google the Akashic Records. And I've done it, a few times in the past, but not really spent a lot of time playing with information. So I really dove into a few different websites and a few different videos and whatnot. So I want to start this session out with him with inviting you to learn about the Akashic Records, because that's what he's asking you to do and asking me to ask you to do before I even connect with him. So there was a couple of little prayers that came up, so I want to read them to you, what I wrote down. Let the energy of love and light and truth prevail on earth. My spirit guides, please help me open my Akashic Records as well as the people and animals who come to learn through me. May this allow us to live life with more wisdom, awareness, and courage. May I always do my readings with love, light, and truth. I'm open to the truth, whatever it may be, and I'm willing to receive it with love and light. Father, Mother, God, Council of Light, Spirit Guides, and Ascended Masters, may I be invited into the space with gratitude and love in my heart. I intend to enter into the Akashic Records to receive information for the highest good and greatest joy of all involved. With the assistance of the record keepers, may I receive the information in kindness and grace, and share the information with the highest intention of the truth and positive shifts for all involved. Now, that's pretty cool, I have to say. I've been doing this for a long time, and never has a dog or a horse or anything ever invited me to do this intentionally first. I have my own prayer that I do about being good for the highest good and greatest joys of all involved. But this was new, so I'm grateful for the newness, because I'm also being invited energetically to go to a higher level of psychic awareness. So if I'm being invited to it and I'm doing your reading with Kyle, you're being invited to go to a higher level of awareness. This is the way it works. We're all mirrors for each other. Okay. So this is definitely what he wants you to know. Very clearly, without a doubt, what he wants you to know. I feel as well like I wanted to just do tarot cards before I even started. So with that in mind, I want to pull 3 from this book. It's called Work Your Light. It's an oracle card deck by a girl named Rebecca Campbell. And the girl who did the artwork actually lives on an island that's a ferry ride away from where I live, as life would have it. All right, so if you don't have tarot decks, I highly recommend that you get out and get them. So this is the one that I'm working with you right now. Oh, I guess it's all backwards. Work Your Light Oracle cards. I also have this one, Denise Lynn, Native Spirit. And then I have in my special magic box that my best friend made for me, Past Life Cards by Brian Weiss, Dr. Brian Weiss and Doreen Virtue, who I've done courses from everybody except for the first one I showed you. So what I'm being guided to do right off the bat is introduce you. If I could be preaching to the choir. I don't know you. I'm not tapping into your field. I'm tapping into Kyle's field. I'm going to say that's a weird name. Right off the bat, I'm going to go into that now first before I start. Kyle, is that your name? He says, not really. I'm not sure of it really. He says it has a dogma about it. I don't even really know what the word dogma means. This is so weird. I'm going to tell you, I don't resonate with his name being Kyle at all. Like, it makes me feel like I'm missing something, and Haley and a person named Kyle sent me this. So I'm not going to call him that. I'm going to ask him what he wants to be called, okay? Yeah, he is. You are a little oracle. Okay, I have a feeling that somebody calls him a little monster. He doesn't like that. I don't feel that he has the greatest sense of humor. He says, don't get me wrong, I'm a budding star. Okay. He says, don't let me down. Okay. So that tells me that in your guys' past lifetimes together, you inadvertently let him down in some way, shape, or form. So what that also tells me is that it's really important for you to sit down and talk to him about your life contract together and what that is and what you're going to do through him being in your life. And on that note, dogs come into our lives to teach us the lessons we need to learn. So being really clear with what he's teaching you today and every day, and not letting him down in that. He agreed to come back into this lifetime of yours for this work that he's doing with you and through you. He said he didn't really want to come back, but you begged him to. Okay, were you in her lifetime in this lifetime? Okay. It feels like he was in your lifetime, yes, in this lifetime. And how many lifetimes have you guys had together? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 14 and a half lifetimes. That's the most I've ever had muscle tested, ever. 14 and a half lifetimes. That's a lot. Okay, so if he was in your lifetime, in this lifetime, okay, and as a child, between 1 years old, 2 years old, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 14 years old. Huh. So when you were 14 years old, it looks like he was in your lifetime. Now understand, if you're like, what's going on right now? I didn't have a dog when I was 14. Could be your grandparents' dog. It could be a family member's dog. He could have showed up as the neighbor's dog. I've seen all of these situations, and the reason I can say that comfortably is because I've said I have this visual of this dog, blah, 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 and then the people confirming it for me, that the dog across the road or their grandma sent them the dog or whatever. So I'm just going to see if I can get a little bit deeper for him. What does that even mean? Okay. He's asking me to remind you of a dog that was lying beside the road. It doesn't sound positive to me. So if you witnessed a dog when you were young get hit by a car or something like that, okay. Yeah, I feel a lot of grief around it. You must confirm or deny this for me, because that's big stuff. This is the kind of thing where I'd love to be talking with you in person when it's big stuff like this. And when I'm hesitating, I'm connecting with him and I'm receiving information and deciphering it. So I would ask that when I'm just hesitating like this, that you just do some deep breathing alongside and just connect with him. He is tired. He is tired. And he says it's a heavy lifetime. Okay. He says go ahead and pull some cards. So I'm just going to go through the deck and see. Okay, where I get stuck. So I got stuck right here. These two cards are stuck together, so I'm going to stick with those. Okay, I'm good with that one. Okay, this one jumped out as well. He's making me flip through like lumps of cards. There's another one that just flipped out. Oh, and there's another one. Ooh, you got the same card I got. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to do a quick read for you. I don't know how quick it'll be, but... So the very first card that you got is that you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and face your true north. That's funny. Because, you know, I've done worked with thousands and thousands of dogs, and I've done countless readings. And every time I sit down to do this, I always wonder if I can do it. So, and I'm sure that I'm picking up stuff from the people as well, but it's never dull. You're already doing it. Let me find that. Where is it? Oh my goodness. You better be doing a lot of breathing right now. Page 30. Okay. Don't question things so much. You're on the right track. You're facing right way. Stop overthinking. It's happening. You're closer than you think. You're exactly where you need to be and things are moving in the perfect speed. Don't rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There's no rush. What you're building is being built. What you've planted will soon be blossoming. With every new day, each new brick is being laid. You've come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now all that's needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. If a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, it's just that your ego is comparing your rising to someone else. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane. Water your own garden. Know that your time to bloom will come soon. You're already doing it. Keep going. All right. So that's the first card. Is always what's exactly going on in your life. The second card is called Birthing a New Age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. God, I might be reading myself here. Again, there's no, it's always a mirror. It's page 104. Okay, I don't know why I'm telling you what page it is. All right. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Often our path is exactly one we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyways. Often what feels rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyways. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyways. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyways. We're birthing a new age. Right now we're in a transition period and ages, in the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new one to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will reappear ahead, we need to release old identities and ways that no longer serve us. Using your intuition as a compass. Oh my gosh, it just disappeared. Okay. You're part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene sisters, daughters of Isis, Ascends, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, or guardians of the earth, and storytellers from lifetimes past. It's time to give permission and space for what's beckoning to be born. We're dreaming a new world into being. Work your light activation. This is your mantra. I'm open to surrendering to the creations that are wanting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my body, mind, and soul. Please use me, please lead me, please show me the way. Now one of my mantras is lead me, guide me, show me the way. So that's what's directly going on in your world. What might be holding you back a little bit with that is, look at this fractionated card. It says align your life. What is no longer aligning with you? Who are you truly? Okay. Boy, your dog holds you to a high accord. I want to know all about you now. Know what kind of work that you're being guided to do. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? What in your life is in no longer alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclical beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclical nature, you can resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be. But here comes a time when it's harder to hold on to this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are. To surrender to how we have changed and align that life into a way of being. If you chose this card, you've been called to let go of who you once were or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that came here to be full authenticity. To embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you've outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it's time to reassess and bring all parts of your life into alignment so they're congruent with who you are today. So you have to ask yourself, what in my life is no longer within alignment with who I truly am? Okay? The next one. Oh, okay. Lady. The next card that you got is Pillar of Light. Okay? So this is directly beside you. This is what's going on directly beside you in your life. It sounds to me like you're a very important person in this world. Sounds to me like you better believe that you are. You are heaven and earth in perfect expression. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. You are a conduit for the light of the heavens to the earth. You are the rainbow bridge. Take time to meditate. Imagine yourself as a pillar of light connecting to the light of the heavens above with the earth as the light shines through each one of your chakras. I'm sorry, I'm looking back at this picture. You activate the rainbow bridge that many ancient scriptures speak about, raising your vibration and the vibration of the planet. Linking the higher realms with the realms of the cosmos, guides, angels, and spirit with the ancient wisdom keepers and beings of the planet Earth. They dance together through you. They sing together through you. Without your body and voice, the creations neither can be expressed. For too long, we've been taught that God is outside of us, giving away our power to angels and spirit guides. But without you, they don't have a voice. You are the oracle. Don't look for guidance outside. You hold all of the wisdom in the entire universe in the portal of your heart, in every cell of your body. Do not see the angels and guides as above you, for without you, they have no way of communicating. You are the oracle. You are the rainbow bridge. You are the pillar of light. Oh. I allow the light of the heavens and the light of the earth to flow through me now. I activate the codes of remembering within my cells and chakras. I activate my systems as a rainbow bridge between heaven and earth. Huge. So there's two more. So above you and below you. Okay, so this is the next one, which is Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty, Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. Oh, and the last one is the High Priestess. So, okay. This is intense. I'm like privately hoping that I'm just like did the reading for myself, but that doesn't happen. I've connected with you. I'm talking with you. I'm guiding through your oracle dog here, and getting this intense information. So let's see here. Page 80. Sisterhood of the Rose. All right. The Sisterhood of the Rose is a lineage of priestesses and mystics who devoted their lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. A cross-section of ancient lineages is the path of devotion of beauty. Walking this path means being devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever you go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. You're being called to notice the beauty around you, particularly nature, to hear the whispers of Mother Earth. So now I know this is for you because I already do this. You're being called to spend more time in nature as the ancient secrets live there. Mother Earth is constantly whispering. Spend time admiring her creations and you'll be rewarded with insight and grace. You're being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around you and to contribute to this beauty of the world in your own way too. This could be through your own creations or in the little things like how you dress to picking flowers for your home. Every time you devote your time to creating beauty, you harmonize the planet a little more and shift in vibration can be felt. Surround yourself with beauty and create beauty wherever you go. That's cool. That's very, very, very cool. And Priestess. You're being called to set up and lead. A priestess card is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We realize that we're actually in this thing we call life together. The difference between being a follower and a leader is that a leader has the courage to go first. And stepping out, they shine a light on the path for others to venture towards. Don't fret about trying to work out who is in your tribe. Don't get stuck in age, income, hobbies, or occupation. The best way to discover your tribe is to look in the mirror. If you feel called to lead, chances are it's because at some point in your life you longed for someone to lead you. The tribe you're longing for is exactly the same thing as you were and are, and might only be one step behind you. Hell, they might even be right alongside you. You don't need anyone's permission, just the courage to stand up, embrace your struggles, the peaks, the troughs. You don't need to know the way, just believe that there might be a different one. Your tribe is waiting for you. Step forward so they can find you. How are you being called to step up and lead? How can you be the leader you wish you had? I hope you're crying right now. I hope that this is moving your soul. Because this is a huge reading. A huge reading. I've never done as purposeful of a reading as this one ever. So, sorry that I'm hesitating, but that's a lot. That's a lot of information. And you know that I'm gonna call him Oracle right now, or your Oracle dog. You know that your Oracle dog is being your psychiatric service dog. There's already... sorry, I keep losing you. That's so interesting. He already is. And he is through this information that you're receiving. And the information that you're receiving is that you are a pillar of light. You're already doing this. You are a priestess, but you have to align your life. So you have to call this in every day into your own life in order for it to happen. And remember, he said, don't let me down. Like, this is it. You have to do it in this lifetime. You can't create illness and disease and dysfunction in this lifetime. You have to be who you are, all the lumps and bumps, and shine anyways in being a healer and a pillar of light. I'm just going to ask you to take 3 deep breaths right now, okay? One more. I travel to Sedona, Arizona a lot for this kind of information. You are being guided to it through the internet. You don't have to go anywhere for it. It's showing up in your front room or your bedroom, wherever it is that you're receiving this information from. The first time I received this kind of information from anybody, it was in Sedona. And I sobbed to be given permission to just do the work. Because I'd done the work. The second one was a man named Ray of Sedona, quite a powerful tarot reader. And he told me about my animal journey. The lady before told me about my psychic journey. He told me about my animal journey. So when you receive this kind of information, you have a responsibility to do it and to use it and to move it. So there's no going back, Haley. There's so many ways out there for you to learn how to stand tall in this if you don't know how to. So many ways. I'm a big fan of Hay House. Hayhouse.com. HayHouse, hayhouse.com. They have everything that you need there to learn whatever it is that you are holding yourself back from learning. So I'm going to tap into the next question. I'm just going to breathe into it. So he's like yelling at me that he's already doing this. He's already being your psychiatric service dog. He's already doing it. He's just going to need a lot of rest in the middle. So when he's at home, let him rest, leave him alone. This is a heavy read. Generally, I'm a little bit more upbeat. This is this heavy read. So going into training, is there anything I should know about what kind of a learner he is? He just says he's an old soul and he's got this. Like he's like, I've got this. He's done it so many times before. It's almost boring for him. That's funny. He says, I'll try to work hard. Not try to do hard work, but he said, I'll try to work hard. Done it all before. I'm writing it down. Sort of bored. You have to do the work. You have to. Okay, so is he anxious when you're gone? I'm going to go into that a little bit, okay? He's quiet. I get the image of him, you know, on his feet like this and then looking up and then resting and looking up. What can help with this, Haley, is for you to, during the day, when you think about him and are worried about him at home, when you're gone, when you're out, tell him, okay, your job with me is off right now. You're off. And I'm going out to do some stuff. I think it's important for you to let him know when he's on and when he's off. I'm going to write that down. I'm guided to tell you the story. Dr. Ian Dunbar is a famous dog trainer. He's been training for like 40, 50 years. He had a dog named Sirius, big husky, and he would do professional obedience with him, which they said is impossible with a husky, but he did anyways. And he said when he would go into the ring with his dog, he would stop and straighten his tie, and he would call him Yahoo. It might have been the other way around. His name might have been Yahoo, and then his Sirius when he was working. I don't know. He owns a site called Sirius. Sirius. Oh, I forgot what it's called. SiriusDog.com or something. Anyways, Serious like the star, not serious like serious, being serious. Okay, so anyways, when he would go out, he would look at him and he would straighten his tie and he'd say, okay, serious, let's go to work. And the dog would shift his personality completely and turn into an obedience dog. So if you are to adopt that philosophy with your oracle dog here, Kyle the Oracle. I hope you're visualizing it right now while I'm just visualizing it as well. If you're to visualize what you want and need from him during the day and when your work is on and off, that can help him with how he learns. So when he's going into training, I invite you to practice visualizing what you need him to do. Practice it. Build it like a muscle with him. I remember the first time one of my dogs ever moved his body when I thought about it. It was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. I don't know if I just looked at him or what I did, but he moved his body exactly what I was thinking. And then I noticed I could do it with a nod of a head or a stare or a thought. I've also practiced with people with my dogs being in the house or out of the house and being separated from me and knowing I'm coming home or knowing I've arrived. So I know all of this weird stuff to be true. So I want you to practice with your little dog who has had 14 and a half lifetimes with you before. And one in this lifetime. I want you to practice being in absolute tune with him at all times. And remember, it says you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So when you're connecting with him, believe you're connecting with him. He said it might take him a little bit of time to catch up to you because there's other dog things he enjoys doing, like sniffing. So you might want to give him sniffing time, where you can say, okay, break, or go sniff, or whatever it is for him. Let him know when he's off work. It's important. And he really, I hear he's telling me, I'm asking him if there's anything else, and he's just saying, let me be. Actually, let me be. That's what he's saying. He's very flat, like my energy that I have right now is me tapping into his field. He's very flat and he's a very, very, very old soul. And when I saw his picture, that's exactly what I said to Mike. I was like, oh, that's an old soul, an old wise soul. It made me want a dachshund. I just heard be careful what you wish for. Okay, hi, Haley. I'm going to end this here, and we're like 38, 39 minutes in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that you give this 3 days before you contact me again after you've gone through this information thoroughly. And if you have any questions about the reading, contact me and ask me again about the questions, okay? So I have a sense this is going to go right into your cells. You might have to listen to this. How many times? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to have to listen to this 5 times. For the information to sink in. And I have a sense that you knew this when you were getting the reading. I said it was going to be heavy and big. I have a sense. And please confirm that for me, okay? So, God bless your little soul, Oracle Kyle. Thank you for coming back into Haley's life one more time and giving her what she needs through you and support and guidance. And thank you for in this lifetime and every lifetime being her therapy dog. God bless your soul. May life be easy for you. May you find peace. Here's my big boy. Come here, big. Come here. Come on. No, you don't want to say hi? Here's my big boy telling me that we're done. That I'm done. So, blessings. I really look forward to hearing about you and what's going on in this journey of yours, because it's pretty cool. Okay? Godspeed, lady. Godspeed, sir.